Hey everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today, I had just a little, about the size of 2 small patties or something of hamburger meat that I had left over. And I had already mixed it up with green bell peppers and onions. And so I throwed it on the stove, and then I thought, well, I'll just do a quick little video and show them. So I'm going to turn this back on, about medium there. But you can tell this is a very small little amount of hamburger meat. I got a lot of the grease out of that, but left a little bit, just left a touch. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put just a dash. I have so many people say, hey Nan, that was probably 1/4 of a teaspoon of prepared mustard. I'm going to put just maybe a tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce. Then I'm going to put just a squirt or two. Now I'm just fixing lunch, you know. A squirt or two of sugar-free ketchup. That might not be enough. I'm going to put some, just a shake of smoked paprika. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to put, that was less than 1/4 a teaspoon. You got to realize I'm making a small amount. And this is chipotle chili. I'm telling you, just a hint right there. Now I'm going to put in, I'm making a little sloppy joe slider. I just, you know, I almost, if I hadn't have had onions in my meat, I guess I would have fed it to an animal. I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of brown sugar, and this is the Swerve. This is sugar-free. No sugar in this, but it's Swerve brown. Set up here now. Brown sugar. Swerve brown sugar. I might have to add, this is one of those things where you're just making enough for a couple of sandwiches or one sandwich. I have people all the time say, Nan, how do you, let me turn that really down on low. How in the world do you cook just for one? Take you about the size of 1.5, 2 patties of hamburger meat. Throw it in your pan. Throw you about 1/4 of an onion chopped up and about 1/4 of a bell pepper chopped up. Then, like I said, just give it a dash. You can't go wrong. I'm going to taste this. Whew, that's just too hot for comfort. So good. I'm going to put just a pinch more and get a spoon. That made about of the brown sugar, because it might need just a little bit more. I couldn't even tell there was any in there, okay? And I think that'll probably be all right. The Worcestershire sauce was good. The mustard, put just a spot more of ketchup. This is just one of those things that you can, don't waste, young'uns, don't waste. You can have this together in no time. Now let's put it on our little sandwiches, and this is a great little lunch or supper if there's just 1 or 2 of you all. Okay, I've got 3 sliders. You know what I'm talking about. This is the Hawaiian. Now, if you want to toast this, go ahead and toast it. That's the way I prefer it. But I've got some provolone cheese, and I'm just going to put some of that provolone cheese on there. And I'm going to put, and this is 3. 3. And I'm just going to tell you, this is for Pop. This is not for me. But I still tried to make it healthy. It just had the hamburger meat. And it had the just the spices. Little sugar-free ketchup. A little sugar-free brown sugar. You say, well, Nan, I don't have any of the sugar-free brown sugar. Then just leave it out. Omit it. Whatever you don't have, don't worry about it. And this specific recipe is for those sweet people that are saying, Nan, I'm by myself. My camera is as crooked as a dog's hind leg, ain't it? Okay, so I put the provolone cheese on there. I'm going to take one more piece and put it right on top while my meat is hot and capable of melting it. Now I've got this meat left over. You know, I might eat one little one, one simple little one, but Pop will eat the 3. So, let's get a picture. Okay, here you go. Look at that. The cheese, it's already starting to melt down on there. The cheese along, and if you say, well, Nan, I don't want any cheese on mine, young'uns, don't put no cheese on it if you don't want any cheese. Just omit whatever you don't have. Now, I'm showing you this to show you that I had mixed up some, I had done like a beef slider the other, not a slider, but a beef tortilla type thing sandwich the other day, and I had just a little bit of the meat left over that had already been mixed up with the green bell peppers and with onions. And so I didn't add any salt to this because I'm trying to light up a little bit on my salt. But this is for Pop. This is for Papa. He's going to have some chips, or he can have some fried potatoes with this. I might just very quickly slice him up some some potatoes and fry them real quick for him, and he'll have a meal. So just want y'all to know that there's simple ways to cook for 1 or for 2 people. Very simple. This was just, I just used the, this is for Papa, like I said, the Hawaiian rolls. And if you say, well, I can't eat a whole pack, cut you off a couple of those and put the others in the freezer. Or cut them in sections where you have 2 at a time or whatever, or 1 at a time, and freeze them like that. And that way, when you need to thaw one, you just pop out your little baggie or container that's got your 1 or 2 pieces of Hawaiian roll in it and let it thaw. And then it's ready to mix you up something real quick and get it on there. This is how simple that, this is just cooking. This is just cooking. There's really not a recipe. I've got recipes on there on my page for Sloppy Joe's. But this right here is just so quick to throw a little ketchup, a touch of mustard, a little brown sugar, which I used Swerve instead to keep down the sugar. And you've got green bell peppers and onions. You've got just a shake of chili powder in there. And I added just a tad bit more of the, what was it? It was the smoked paprika. I like that smoked flavor in my Sloppy Joes. So I just throwed that in there. And you know what? You've got a meal. And like I said, either... You know, if you say, well, I don't have time to fry potatoes or whatever, Lord, it don't take 15 minutes to fry potatoes. But if you don't have time, you know, sometimes I've got a recipe and a video on my page for my seasoned wedge potatoes. In fact, I might make a few of those because Willow, that is one of her very favorite things that I make, is I just throw all the seasoning on it, a little olive oil, throw them in the oven and bake them. And when she comes home from school, she'll be happy to have some. So, well, listen, I'm going to hush about that. I hope y'all get a chance. If I was doing it my druther, I would definitely toast my bread. I always toast my bread, but today, see, my cheese is already melted on it, so I'm going to leave it. But just want y'all to know that it's very simple to do. Don't worry about it just being one, because you've got a freezer. And if it's bigger than what you can eat, freeze part of it for another day. Wait a week or two, pop it out, and you've got a meal. Well, listen, I'm going to go. I wasn't even going to film this, and then I thought, well, you know what? I have so many people send me messages and saying, Nan, there's just one of me, or I only have 2 to cook for. I'm having a problem. You know, that's what this is about today. Very simply throwing a little bit of something together, and it tasted really good. It smells like Sloppy Joe's. So I hope y'all get a chance to make them. It'll be good. And to not waste your leftovers. That's the main thing. You know, I could have tossed that little bit of meat that was left and thought, well, I'm just going to get rid of it. We already ate from it and everything. But I thought, no, I've got onions, peppers, and that's good meat, so I'm going to work with it. Well, listen, I'm going to go, and I want y'all to know how much that I appreciate you, how much I appreciate you watching my videos. I love you all. And I pray that the good Lord just blesses you today and gives you a good day in the Lord. In the Lord. I always pray and ask the Lord to guide my footsteps each day. I never know where I'm going to be or what I'm going to do, but He protects us, young'uns. I just can imagine sometimes if we knew how much or how many times God prevents something very desperately happening to us, something very terrible from happening to us. He protects us when we don't even realize it's happening. You know, He lets you go 5 seconds early so you miss an accident. You know, I just, all kinds of things going on. God knows. But I just thank Him for that. I thank Him for Psalms 91. That's a chapter of protection. And I thank Him for the protection that He puts over us each day as we go, young'uns. I claim Psalms 91 over my home, over my animals, over my family, over my husband, my cars, every single thing. I name it all off to God, because you know what? That insurance policy doesn't cost me a penny. And I can tell you, it pays out a whole lot better than what we pay every 6 months for insurance. God protects us, and He takes care of us. He sends His angels to protect us and watch over us. Well, I don't know how I got off on that, but somebody needed to hear that today. So listen, I'm going to go. Don't ever forget how much the good Lord loves you, okay? I thank you for sharing my videos or spreading the word that I'm here. I thank you so very much. I love you, young'uns. I see you next time, Lord willing, okay? Bye-bye.